The Underwood New Music Reading Sessions are an annual affair here in New York where we put the full force of American Composers Orchestra at the disposal of emerging composers.
It's an incredibly special event because it's an event where composers from throughout the country are brought together to have their work read by a professional orchestra for the first time.
We usually have 6 or 7 emerging young composers. We have them come and do their works. And the first day, they are usually very scared. And we're rehearsing their music. It's very intense. There are mentors involved that encourage them and help them.
You have all these wonderful young composers with these pieces and you're giving feedback. I'm like, oh, you could do this, you can do this, you could do this. And I didn't realize that in mentoring you will continue to learn. I mean, I learned from these young composers.
One of the most gratifying parts is how much the musicians are there to support them and give them guidance. Because let's face it, there are many orchestras in the country where the players might be very dismissive of a new work or a new young composer, new music. But the players give them so much advice. Sometimes it's very technical. Like for instance, you know that note doesn't exist on my instrument, but this might work. And they will have an option for them, some alternative that maybe they're looking for. And the composer might say, oh, yeah, that's great.
It's hard to put into words how meaningful this is for a composer because many composers spend their school years writing, and never hearing. And the Underwood readings is really a chance for them to get that kind of feedback, which is essential to learning the craft of orchestrating.
You know, it's a field where, unlike practically any other art form, you don't have a chance to fail. You know, you have one shot at it. And, you know, if you're writing a book, you got an editor. If you're making an opera, you workshop it. And, but in orchestral composition, most of the time, you got one shot. And if it doesn't work, I mean, people are not very forgiving. They don't want to give you a second chance. So giving people an opportunity to, you know, practice on the orchestra is so important, so essential. And the ACO really has led the way in that.
It was really beyond anything I could have anticipated. I learned so much, not only from the mentor composers and the other participants, but also from the musicians themselves. Like, they were very open about, you know, giving feedback and suggestions, and overall it was just a wonderful experience, and I learned so much.
The screening process is just that you can't have had more than 2 pieces played by a professional orchestra. So it's people at the beginning of their careers, but there's also allowance for finding composers who may just not have had access to the kind of professional development opportunities that, that some have had. So, you know, I still hold hope every time that we do a screening for scores from across the country that we're going to find some fantastic composer who's been writing in a cabin in Iowa with no access to a professional orchestra who just sends something in, and they could be the next, you know, great American composer, and we'll be part of discovering that person.